and another live stream unboxing here up on the good old YouTube channel. Here doing all of our stuff. Let me actually make sure everything's in working order. Get that on, get that. My light is flickering at me. It's not enjoying its stay. But as long as it'll stay where it is and not mess with me. It's kind of flickering and all like that, but that's fine. We'll deal with it. We'll just go. We'll just go as always. But pretty eventful stream really this time around. We got a lot to look at. So, and actually have actual weekly pickups, a few, well, a couple really. But first, from a few days ago, finally got in my Giant Man and Wasp 2-pack. I think, is this technically a Hasbro? I think it's a Hasbro Pulse exclusive, but finally got this in hand and it looks great. I don't know if I'll do a live stream unboxing of this. I might do a video. Oh yeah, by the way, check out my Invisible Man unboxing review video, whatever you call it. So yeah, but a lot of fun there. Just, figures, looking at toys. But yeah, really excited to get this open and get some pictures. So especially like finally having a Wasp on the Avengers shelf. It's a little bare right now, but we'll see why. But so that's our first pickup for the week, and then our second one that actually came just today, that I've been waiting on to get is I think it's the CT Toys, their Spider-Man 2099, where this is where of course this is the bootleg, essentially, where this is like the figure arts but with two unique head sculpts and just the size is a little bit smaller. But yeah, I mean, $20 for essentially an $80 figure. I mean, I'm not gonna complain too much about it. So yeah, but it looked cool. But we might look at this in a future stream at some point, and maybe at some point I'll get a Gwen at some point too. It's like the only one I have is the the Marvel Legends, but I want to get the Sentinel specifically, that one, and of course you have like the regular, like the figure arts, for Across the Spider-Verse, because of course Miguel is in that film. He's not in the previous one, well, just for a little bit, but not this. But cool little things to look forward to in the future, hopefully. And despite having the Spider-Man gear on, we're doing nothing Spider-Man. No, well, little Spider-Man. No, it's like not really that much Spider-Man. But I thought with with today being I would say really this week being the finale of X-Men 97, thought we might look at some X-Men figures. So show off what we're going to be looking at today. So we're going to be looking at the X-Men, the 97 Jean Grey, then the X-Men 97 Nightcrawler, the X-Men the 97 Goblin Queen. Get her right there, getting everyone in, and not X-Men 97, but still an X-Men character, and a character I haven't had in my collection yet, is the Marvel Legends the 20th anniversary Toad figure. So really excited to really get this one open. I've been kind of waiting to get this one for a bit because I have all the others. I have because I got Captain America, Iron Man, and Hulk. It's really just this one I've been kind of waiting to get. And I do want to do something like for any of y'all here on the live stream, if you want talk in the live chat if you want to see anything specifically from these selections. If you want to see anything first, because I want to get y'all. Yes, because I want to get your guys' opinions on certain things. But if y'all want to see something first, feel free to let me know. But I was thinking just because we're doing 97, I was thinking probably do Toad first. But I'm not sure. I want to hear from y'all though. So, do we want to do Toad, Goblin Queen, Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, or Nightcrawler? So, give y'all a minute or two. Whoever, I guess, kind of talks first or pipes up, or how many people want to see a specific thing, just feel free to chat in there. But, you know, we're just doing stuff. You want to make sure all messages are visible. We're gonna do live chat. We're gonna see if we can get everything going in here, but I think based on just my personal preference, we might go Toad first, just honestly because I'm kind of excited about getting this figure open and getting it finally, and then getting the rest. So I'll give y'all another minute or two. I want to check my... Sorry, 8:14. I'm a little late. Today, but that's fine. But we will just clear out this. I'll give y'all... Oh, my light started working better. But I'll give y'all another minute if you want to select anything there. I wish I could make a poll, but... could I make a poll? Start a poll. Add option. So we'll do... Who should I open first? I'll give you my options. Jean Grey. Sorry if this is kind of boring. I'm trying to get this poll. Jean Grey. Knight. If I can... Nightcrawler. Goblin. Queen. Or we'll do all... Oh, come on. Oh, I have to start over. Okay. Yeah, but if any of y'all in the live chat, has there been anything? Nothing. Start a poll. Of course, it always glitches on me. So, Toad. Goblin. Queen. Knight. Crawler. Jean Grey. Okay, we're gonna get this poll up for y'all to choose which we want to first. Who should I open first? We'll start that, so if y'all see that there. So yeah, so we got the poll up there right now, so if y'all see that in the chat, feel free to vote on that so we can get this going. I want to see y'all's opinions, and we got 12 whole people here. Welcome. Yeah, welcome to my ramblings of of this insane man. So I'll just give y'all hopefully a couple minutes. Just want to get y'all's opinions, but probably give it just a couple more minutes. But do remember, got the poll down there in the chat, so feel free to go. Jafai Johnson, that's a cool. Thank you. I don't know what's cool. I guess it's all this, or I don't know, the figures we're looking at, but a minute ago, we'll give it another minute. So, yeah. But if there's anything y'all want to chat about or anything you want to see, feel free to, let me know. But just to let you know, if the poll doesn't really get anything, we're just going to go with Toad. So, one more minute for that poll. Oh, we'll put Toad right there just to give you a little bit of something. But I'm really excited to, get all these X-Men figures opened up, get more out there, get stuff going. So, yeah. One more minute. All right. I mean, the more y'all don't do the polls, the more time I'm going to be wasting. Because, I like rambling. I like talking. I want to talk to y'all. Y'all are here. Talk to me, please. Yeah. One vote. We have one whole vote. I guess I'll give you another minute just because I have one person. Use the poll, please. I have 8 whole people. So we'll give y'all another chance just to make sure if you want to, get your opinion out there, get something going. So you are the best. Hey, thanks. Hey, thanks, Addison. I appreciate it. I really do. But I think we'll give it we'll give it another minute. Get a few people. I got 14 whole people. Yeah, don't remember. Yeah, well, don't forget, I got the poll in the chat, so feel free to check that out. But so far, looks like our top contender so far is Jean, so we might be looking at her first, so I appreciate that. To anyone who's voting in the poll there. Still give another minute left. So we got this poll going. I don't know if that's just because of me, but yeah, we're really excited to get all these figures out, get them going. So give it a couple more minutes. Give it one more minute, really. But yeah, so far might be Jean we're going to be looking at first today. I feel like I should just do that off the bat, being like, all right, here's a poll, ready to go. Let's just do it. But yeah. But again, poll is there in the chat. I believe it is. I'm not even really sure or if my whole thing is kind of not updating. I don't even know how YouTube live streams really how that setup is. It seems a little bit more similar. But yeah, but we got the poll right there at the bottom. So if you want to see a specific figure first for me to open, feel free to put your vote in. Give it 1 second, or if y'all want to chat at all about anything, really, even if it's like X-Men or non-X-Men, non-Marvel, DC, Spider-Man, whatever we want to chat about, we can chat about. We're going to give this one more minute. We're going to have this up for a nice clean 5 minutes. So there we go. One more minute till that poll closes. I feel like I'm just talking to myself, going crazy. But yeah. But with that, I know I'm kind of stretching this out, but I just want to give y'all a chance. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And our poll there, with one vote out of all the people who've been there, is good old Jean Grey here. So so thank you, to everyone. Like to the one person who voted. So we're gonna be looking at Jean first. Want to make sure that's coming up right. It is. So double check chat. So that's all good. So guess we'll first go with our 97 Jean Grey here, of course, on the X-Men, the 97 line, kind of vintage kind of style packaging. Not really, not really in design, but how they do it with the, with the cardboard, like the flat, and then with the separate bubble. Like I really like that Hasbro has been incorporating this kind of like classic kind of design, even though like it is nice to have like the more like the modern kind of boxes. But it's always nice to kind of have these. It's more simplified, and also like for me, it's like I like to keep these, like I cut off the actual bubble, and then just store the actual like the cardboard part, just because I like it's really just about the art that's on there. So I just like having that kind of memorabilia. But in any case, we got Marvel Studios up there, X-Men, the 97 logo. Then we have our first kind of image wave of the figures, where we got Magneto, Wolverine, Storm with the Mohawk, Rogue, Bishop, and Gambit. So that's all the figures in that first initial wave. But then we have nice little artwork of Jean Grey right there, her name, Jean Grey there, 4+, warning label. Then we have the actual figure in the bubble with her different hands and different head accessories. Nothing there, just your Hasbro paper on the back. Same, the Marvel Legends series logo there. Then you got Jean, a nice little promo image there with a nice big X back there. Then you got Jean Grey there. Then you have, like the rest of the figures in this wave, where you got Magneto and his alternate looks, Cyclops, Nightcrawler, who we're going to be looking at, Goblin Queen, who we're also going to be looking at, and the Executioner, who I don't still know who is. I haven't watched the show, so it'll come to time. What is that? Also available in different languages, but all your legalese, barcode, Hasbro, Marvel, buy all the stuff. Don't eat the thing. Don't. Yeah, it's kind of like just enjoy the toy. But we're gonna go ahead, get her open, delay no more than I can. So we got our trusty X-Acto blade. And probably the way that I do that is the way that I get this as clean as possible is that I just cut down here at the bottom, so as to not damage this as little as possible. Got that there. I still gotta watch myself. I don't want to cut, don't want to cut my fingers off. Wouldn't say that's really recommended of anyone to do in any variety. Don't cut your fingers off. Don't lose a limb. This completely open. Essentially, see if we can get this figure out. But of course, first thing, Hasbro warning paper goes away, doesn't exist. Essentially non-factor. But here is, well, first here's our packaging, all clean looking. Of course, as I said, I take the actual bubble off. I just cut it off, but nice clean there. So if I wanted to keep the bubble on there, it'd probably just look just as fine. Just don't look down there unless I just got tape. So goes over there. But then here's our Jean figure here, looking pretty nice. I would say design-wise, of course, this is probably one of the more iconic looks for Jean, going with the orange and blue kind of. Yeah, I don't know if you will call this armor. I would say probably like just a costume, really. But you know, where you have like the thing around the head and the face, and with the hair sticking out, and with the gauntlets and all that. So, but yeah, it's pretty good there. But we're gonna go ahead and get her open. Never even noticed it. There's our bubble. Gone. Non-factor. Our accessories over here, because we'll look at Jean right out of the box here. Feels like it's always kind of a reset with each. Like when it comes, to each live stream, I'm always trying to just figure this out as I go. But here she is, looking pretty good. I mean, it's kind of like like I was saying before. Excuse me. Have her. If I can get my lights. Can you come a little closer? Sorry, my lighting's all kind of messed up. We're gonna get it kind of closer. There we go. Where you got Jean right there has the, of course, the signature red hair. And with this one, this is the one with the ponytail there. That's actually a whole separate piece, so that's nice. We'd have that little, like that, kind of like that. It's a little bit of like a pompadour, in my opinion, but not as much as it'd be like Cyclops, but it has like that swoosh at the front, but then just the hair coming back and then coming down there. But then, of course, you have the kind of like the armor kind of. Yeah, I don't know what to call like what's like around the head. I guess kind of armor, like it's not a faceplate, but just a part of the costume where you have that one, like that color detail there, and that actually is printed. I didn't even notice that. That's not even sculpted in, and mine is actually a little bit off. It's not perfect, so that kind of sucks, but you can't barely even notice it half the time. But then nice little head sculpt there, and they always have been doing really good when it comes to the face printing on these figures. Like, it looks really clean now. It looks near perfect, but also like the sculpts themselves are like perfect too. But then getting down to the body, you have that blue kind of continue down here to the belt, where you have your X logo and kind of like these armor belt pieces, like this 3-strap belt that only attaches there for the top two, so like that bottom, which is extra design, but it's cool. But then have that all blue, and that actually is that sculpted in? That actually is sculpted in there. You can see the seam line right there, and then you have your then you have like your shoulder pads right there, going down to the going down to like the orangey kind of yellow jumpsuit kind of sleeves right there, with some little padding right there on the bicep, and then little blue gauntlet there with little marks in there, and not really much detail on the actual hands. They are sculpted on there, but they did paint them, so nice little padding even on the open hand. I don't know if they did that with the other. It doesn't seem like it. Maybe it's not even sculpted. Is it sculpted? I think it's sculpted at least like on these two, but not on the other ones. But then, of course, we talked about the belt, and then just that whole blue kind of design there. But then you just continue with that yellow, like from the belt down, you just have these little kind of like padding armor designs. But as compared to in the comics, where these are blue, these are actually yellow now. And then you just get down to the yellow boots that have nice little, yeah, that have nice little sculpt work, yeah, with little lines everywhere. So pretty cool. Pretty nice there. Even, yeah, even have like a seam right there, like where that boot cut goes right there and then gets to the boot. And then even at the little shoes, and nice little detailing, nice little fabric, and kind of like a little heel design, even though she is a flat-footed figure, but it has like that extra heel kind of looking at the bottom. So that's pretty cool. And really getting, I guess if I want to get, it's like we'll do a quick pose with her, just with the accessories she comes with. It's like, yeah, just with everything she comes with already. I mean, I can already think of one I want to do. Oh, just lost the ponytail. And I know I'm probably already like looking at like the articulation there, but you know, I'm here to play with these things and talk about them and ramble on like a madman, but yeah, that's pretty cool. Here we go. Let me get let's see if I can get it just how I want it. And it's nothing much, it's just kind of a simple thing. That hairpiece does kind of come out easily, but here we go. She's using yeah, like her telepathic powers there, so yeah, pretty cool. Nothing amazing right now, but we'll just go ahead and get into the articulation here. So where at the head you only have a ball up there, you don't have a you don't have a disc at the neck, like at the neck, so it goes, like so, oh, she looks up about that far, at least with this head, looks down, mainly just looks forward, not really too much, some tilt there, yeah, like you got some rotation there. I just lost my piece. Oh, how do I get there without knocking everything over? Get over here. Okay. And then, of course, if you, like as you've seen, our ponytail does come out. There, it is a separate piece, so you can have it move all around. It's not like a ball. It's just a simple peg right there, which is fine. I'm not going to complain at all for having her being able to have like her wind blowing the hair, or just going up like that. But if you want to do some action poses, give her a little bit more. Like even like, it's like even just doing that looks great. Like where it kind of goes like with the silhouette a little bit more. Like that looks amazing. Like this already like is leaps and bounds better than the old one. Just by messing with the hair, really, and just getting her kind of more casual. But of course you have your shoulder hinges go up that far, and they do have, it's like, and yeah, they're not really hindered like when it comes to the shoulder pads, because they are kind of like a flexible rubbery plastic texture, but then you also can still do a full rotation there, and the cuff goes with that with a disc in there, so that's very nice. Hasbro's been doing a great job with that. I don't know if that was seen very well, but that goes. all the way around there. And then you have your bicep swivel here that goes all the way around, and that's for both. And that's for both arms, of course. Then get this arm back down. Everything back in place here, because then because also the other big improvement is that we have the double jointed elbows right there, and those go up essentially all the way. So that is amazing. That's great to have, especially like for Gene, I feel. But then you have your hinges and the hands right there, just side to side, and all your hands that you come with here, and then you have full rotation for all of them too. And then the big thing really with this figure is this torso joint, so where this whole piece is just a solid piece, just to not break up, I guess, like any of like this sculpting right here with the details. So but you can crunch forward, and that's just down there at the bottom. So you crunch forward about that much, go back. Honestly, that's not bad at all. That is not a bad, like a bad range of articulation. Of course, you get the gaps right there. Even if you do, I guess, like that, like just to make it look cleaner, like that's not bad at all. Even, and even if you hinge back, you do have a little bit of a gap right there at the top there, but if you want to just do that, it basically gives you all your range there. So so not very much forward, more back really, but you still get a full rotation there at the body, and also swivel, so that's very nice to have. Get more dynamic, have more fun, play with your figures. And then at the legs, you move forward about that far, go back not that far, a little bit more, but not too much. And then you have your upper thigh swivel there, which is actually kind of nicely hidden with the, like when it comes to the armor. Of course, it's still a big old seam, but that's not bad at all. It looks fine. And then you have your double jointed elbows. Oh, and also, pinless. Everything's pinless, so it's better. But there's our range there. Pretty good. And then you don't have a boot swivel there, just because, it's a female figure. They don't really do that often. And then feet hinge back that far, hinge forward about that far, not awful. And then, of course, with Hasbro, have the best ankle rocker pivot. Gotta have it. It's basically an essential at this point. You can't really have ankle rocker. I don't know what I'm talking about. It's like, but essentially, if you don't have an ankle rocker, your figure essentially just can't stand correctly, or you can't pose. You can't have really fun. Like with these figures as much if you don't have that range of articulation. But we'll get her in a quick pose again. Everything she has on her. So even if to show if someone gets this loose just by itself, it's like without without the accessories, you can still have a pretty fun time, I think, with this figure. I mean, even if I do where she does if I can get this working all right. I guess you can still kind of get her in like a pose like that. Maybe that's not like the best. but I guess kind of like that. But that's just like a nice little range there, just kind of showing off what's going on there. But we're gonna do a little reset because now we're gonna look at all of our other accessories. So where we'll first switch out our hands with the two splayed out hands, which are the only other hands included. I still can't tell. I think those are sculpted in. Those are sculpted in little details on the hand, so that's nice, even though the hinge on that side is still blue. Kind of looks ugly. Maybe they could have sculpted something to go around, but if that is accurate to the look, I get it, but gotta have, you know, like multicolor pins, I feel like at some point. I mean, Toy Biz had it, and like mainly they went out of business, sadly. But you know, it's just one of those things. We'll give her those hands and give her her alternate head. There we go. So we'll see. I don't know. This is a very, yeah, it definitely like is like a pretty good look. And usually I actually do prefer this longer hair look. But here, I want to try to get a better pose out of her. I mean, that works pretty well. Do something like that. She's like, all the power. Use all your power. Yeah, but you have her split out hands, and then you do have, I just want to get a little close up of that other head sculpt where you got the all, you know, like all of her hair down there. It's kind of, I think it yeah, like it definitely is a different look. I think she's kind of just more like smiling in this one, a little bit more positive compared to that one, which is a little bit, yeah, which is a bit more serious in the face. But this looks pretty good too, and yeah, like, and you know, it's like it's good to have, yeah, like in my opinion, it's always good to have kind of the yeah, kind of have like a positive kind of, yeah, like kind of look for these figures. It's like, okay, like these guys are superheroes. It's like they're supposed to be, you know, kind of positive, being like, hey, I'm a superhero. Let's, yeah, like, let's go on an adventure to save the world, because that's what we love doing. But I guess really just depends on the stories and the yeah, like, and especially, you know, when it comes to, yeah, like yeah, like especially like the modern stories are a little bit more serious, but they're pretty cool. But she looks great. She is a cool looking figure. I will say it's like it does kind of suck not to have a pair of fists or kind of like the relaxing hands. I feel like they could have maybe done that just to give a little bit more, yeah, like just a little bit more work into that. It's, yeah, it's like with Hasbro, it's kind of been the accessory game has been like a little bit lacking, but it, yeah, like, but kind of it's, yeah, like, but it's also like, well, like the figures are so amazing, and I know that their whole thing is that they have to cut a lot of cost kind of nowadays. So even still, it's like, even though like they're doing pretty good on prices, but we have like a all new figure essentially. Like everything on this is essentially new, I think. So It's like, and that includes like the hands and especially the head sculpts are like so good. So I kind of get why they have to maybe not be able to include that, but I don't know. It's kind of nice to have all sets of hands, especially for Spider-Man. So it's like, you gotta have that. I know, Spider-Man, but we're gonna try out, might do, I don't know if I want to even have her with kind of like a splayed out. Do we want to at least have one, I guess. Like, that's pretty good. Maybe just more casual, I don't know. I'm always a casual kind of toy messing around guy. I'm not too big on the action. I mean, because she looks great there. But that's kind of also like her mind reading kind of hair. Two. Get her. Get her doing her mind reading or her telekinesis. I think that looks great. Like, that looks great. Like, that looks amazing. It's an awesome, awesome looking figure. I love that. Yeah, we'll probably just keep her like that. Looks a little weird back there, especially with my red shirt. Doesn't really help with differentiating that silhouette, but that's what she looks like over there. It looks pretty great. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead, do some comparisons. Get her just right there in the front. Just get her right there. Kind of differentiate. Of course, it's kind of always a little struggle to get the females. Just a little bit always, but you can get there sometimes pretty quickly. But that looks great there, and we'll go ahead. We'll just get it done. We'll just... It's kind of like, you don't need this. I don't think you need this anymore. I think it's time for this to go. Or were these blue? Maybe I was wrong. But do you see the different designs there where this is kind of more based on the comic? And we're going to get her fixed up here because she's a little worn out now, but she looks pretty good there. Of course, really like the major thing is really like the head sculpts. Like, they've improved so much. And of course, this is more comic, I guess, kind of looking. But this is, but this is even like before, like they did like the print tech. Like, this is like, yeah, this is like some factory painted head sculpt. But it's, like it was good for the time. And then this, it's like on this older body, looked great. It's like, but it's like, I think everything about this just proves how much more, they've gone from this, even though it's like, different technically designs, but basically the same thing, except for that gold right there, and those are much bigger. So, and also the belt, where you have just the one strap there, and also, it's like, mainly like the colors, too. I just keep adding on why this is way better than this, because of everything. It's just a great improvement of a figure. I know I've seen like the thing where people swap the head, so we'll just do that just to have it, and we'll just do just the old head. And it does actually fit on there pretty well, and that doesn't look bad. I don't think it looks amazing, but it's definitely kind of, it feels kind of like a much older Jean. Like, this is probably like still, maybe let's say like early 30s, even probably like a late 20s. This is, yeah, like yeah, this Gene is like maybe like almost 50. I'm just gonna say. I don't know what their age is in the actual show, so what do I know? But yeah, it's out of the park. A way better improvement of a figure just by look alone, and it's like articulation, everything. It's like, this is great. This even actually comes with technically more accessories than this one did, even though this one was only in a 3-pack. But it's like, but she only had like a different head, and that was it. She had just these ugly hands, and they've even improved those. So, but yeah, so much better. Gene. Okay. And then next we'll do our X-Men 97 Cyclops, who which I think I have a video review up. I don't have it up. I'm still working on it. So that'll be up at some point, probably by the end of the year, honestly. I'm like so far behind on my videos. But yeah, but they look great together, honestly. Especially, look at Cyclops back here. We're trying to fix this. This light's all buggy on me. We'll get this kind of as close to me. I'm trying to get my lights all backed up, but they do look pretty good together. I mean, cool little figures there. Of course, based on the actual show looks for them, based on how they actually look in the same cartoon, and also part of the same line. But they just complement each other so well. It's definitely kind of like what you really needed when it came, when it came like to this Cyclops. I know they had like the VHS version, but I definitely kind of prefer this, honestly, over that one. So yeah, cool little guy right there. And then we'll do X-Men, the 97 Logan, of the Wolverine, I mean. So also same line, but essentially this is just the VHS version, but it's like actually with duller colors compared to that one. But this one is still great, and they complement each other very well, part of the same team. Of course, at the end we'll do the whole team after we're done with our main X-Men here. And then next, from our last figure from the 97 wave of what we have to compare right now is Bishop. And he looks pretty good next to her. They look great. There we go. That just fell. Then we'll do we'll do the retro carded Rogue here, because I don't have the 97 one, and honestly I'm fine with this one despite the better articulation, but this one looks great, even though she does have some stuff. Then we'll do we want to do? No, we won't do him. Well, we can do Storm. Kind of show off Storm. She's actually still a pretty great figure, but does have a 97 series upgrade. But I need to get that at some point, but I've just been waiting. Because I just like this one still. This one's still great, in my opinion. Then we'll do like 3 more comparisons. We'll do the retro carded Iceman. I still need to upgrade with a custom belt, but we'll see. They look great together. Then we'll do our retro carded Scarlet Witch just cause this is a great figure that needs attention, even though we do need the double joint arms, but if that's it, I'll be fine with that. That's all I need. But they look great, and mutants and stuff. But then our last comparison with her is, well, maybe we'll do one or two more. We'll do at least one Magneto I have with her. It's like this is like the Apocalypse Magneto. And we're not gonna get Beast or Xavier there because they're just big, and I don't want to have that much. I have a lot of figures to look at. Then we'll look at lastly, well, second to last is the Emma Frost, where this is the Astonishing with the Walgreens exclusive head on there, just because I prefer that. Does make her neck long, but it looks pretty good, and I like it. And then finally, we will do with her original uniform, Marvel Girl. Even though the figure isn't honestly that amazing, it still looks pretty good, and it makes sense. It's like, this is younger, this is older, so this is the start of it, and this was the prime, so looks great. Look great together. It's like you can definitely see like the evolution, like from this to that. Like, okay, it's like we changed some colors. It's like we have a new team. Yeah, we've upgraded a lot. We're much older, and our head, and our hair got redder as we went on. But yeah, pretty cool. But for that, I think that's going to be the end of Jean. So, pretty great figure. Definitely recommend. I guess we'll get to all that in the end because we have a lot of time to kill because we got a lot of figures to look at. So, Jean's great. Get her to the side. Because now, we're going to do... No, we're definitely not doing a poll now. It's too late now, but we'll do... Do we want to still go with 97, or do we want to go... I think we're going to go for another upgrade, which is the X-Men 97 Nightcrawler, where this is, of course, his appearance in the show. So, of course, X-Men, the 97 logo there, all the characters at the top, Nightcrawler, little cartoon look there, looks great, Nightcrawler name there, the actual figure with its little accessories, and then have the nice image of the figure there, Marvel Legends series, and then name right there, Nightcrawler with the big X, and then we have the rest of the same figures we listed off, including the Jean. Great, but they're all on there, so they're all there. So, yeah. Go ahead and get this open, all there. Oh yeah, and also got this from Rocket Comics, because it's got the tag, and even got Jean at Rocket Comics. So, shout out to those guys, because they always have great figures, and I want to buy figures. So, yeah. that did break off there. Okay. Hasbro paper goes that way. Woo. Have our box packaging, really. Then we have our Nightcrawler right there, looking pretty nice, honestly. It's like when it comes to like having all like the light shining around it, this looks great. This looks amazing. We're gonna get him going. Get our accessories out. There's already blue paint falling in place. Even though there actually really shouldn't be any blue paint on this. I don't know. Let's see. You. Get that. Going over there. Here. Yeah, what's his name? It's not Pietro. I keep thinking it's Pietro, but yeah. Look at this guy. Yeah, that's really cool. Especially when he gets like that head sculpt. Like, that's actually kind of nice. I thought I did. I don't know. This looks really cool. It's kind of a more kind of like, he looks a little bit more human. Here he has like some crazy windswept hair right there. Definitely, yeah, like, and has kind of, yeah, like a blue wash to the hair, so that's nice. But then you have like that shadow right there on the actual face with the, yeah, with the yellow eyes coming out there. And then has a little bit of a smirk and also a little line for the chin, and then his signature pointed ears because he's a demon child. He's a blue demon. But then you have that nice kind of costume, yeah, with the little, like, the shoulders coming up there, very nice, and has like that long V there. And then get to the arms, which is all black, and then even all black down to the side, essentially down to the boot. But you have this little sculpted now kind of glove detail with like a shinier red, so it looks actually pretty cool. And then even on the abs, all the way around the body, you have the red continue down there, and same on the other arms. You have the same kind of detailing there with the again with his white gloves going down there with the 3-fingered glove where he has just 3 fingers, and then black down to the bottom of the legs, and they have actual sculpted boot detailing, so that's also nice too. And then the feet are kind of where they're kind of like more kind of like jutted out, but still more flat. So they're kind of like, so it's kind of like the, what is it? Kind of like his foot looks kind of broken. Yeah, like it's moved forward, and then and your toes are kind of like just snapped, essentially in half. So that's what it looks like. And then also with the extra toe on the back, and then of course this detail there is this little, like his blue tail there with the little point at the bottom. So that's pretty cool there. But of course that's not actually bendable. It's just that S curve shape, because it's essentially made to, I think, really like to just stand there just like that. Like that looks great. Like just by itself, that looks great. But we'll go ahead, get with the articulation. So where this one does have a ball with a disc in the neck there, so that looks up about that far, looks down that far, has a little bit of a swivel there, has a full rotation right there. Arms go up about that far at the shoulder, that far, and basically all the way back down. Then you have your butterfly joints. So it goes back about that far, goes forward about that far. Not too bad, even though it's like the suit definitely kind of hinders it, but it's not bad. Really, probably could do better, but oh well. I'm not too picky about it, honestly. But then you have your bicep swivel, your pinless, double jointed elbow. I'm going to keep mentioning it because I love it. I love the pinless. Then we have the hands right there. We're going to get our lighting in check in a minute here. I'm doing close-ups now. You need some light to see it. There we have his hands there, so it's just a rotation and a in and out hinge there. Then at the torso you have like a bicep hinge there, so that goes forward about that far, goes back. It was a little stuck, but now it's going that far, so that's pretty good. Great crunch there, some great range. And then you have your waist swivel there, which of course breaks up sculpting, but what can you do? You have to have something. You have to have something here. It's like that's kind of impossible to really do, but it still looks good. At least like there it looks decent, but you never know. But then with the legs, go forward about that far, go back pretty far. Like that's great range, like for this figure. Goes out, not great. He can't really do the splits, but that's fine. It's still like a good amount of range. Has upper thigh cut, double jointed knee, which goes up like pretty far. That's great. Then pinless there as well, and then with the feet, hinge back, hinge forward, and then ankle rocker pivot. Beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I will say it's like it is kind of weird, like like with the glove design, because it has kind of like that black circle. That's that kind of starts that. It's like it looks like a pin, but it's not. But it's just messing with my head. Yeah, I'm kind of like, oh, it's like that's like a pin right there. It's like no. Yeah, it's kind of like it's all pinless. It's just the design. I keep distracting myself. And and that elbow. It's kind of stuck. There we go. Just have to work at it a little bit. Gotta crank it. Get it till it's going. We can do a little bit of a Nightcrawler kind of pose. Honestly, that's not bad. I mean, I guess technically really that looks better, but still having like that doesn't look that bad, honestly. Even if you want to do kind of a hinge, get them looking right there, but imagine he's doing like a landing of some kind. Just like it's kind of like very dramatic, like went like it did like like his poof effect, whatever it was. Yeah, he transports there and he's all cool looking. Even do even just like that. There's like Pretty cool. Yeah. Nice little cool guy we got here. Great looking figure. I guess we'll just get him in his vanilla pose. Right there. Kind of a more unique like vanilla pose. It takes up more space, but it looks good. But he does come with a kind of like a more angrier, gritted teeth kind of face. It's the same kind of a hair sculpt, but just a different, actually, face sculpt there. Showing some teeth, being mad, showing off those fangs. And then he does come with 2 fisted hands. And they have just the 3 fingers, so that's really nice. And they have the like little glove texture, so that's cool. We'll just switch both of those out. There we go. And the hands. These hinges go in. They're always a little tight out of packaging. I will say I haven't really been looking close at it, but my paint on my guy is not great. It's already kind of like chipping and getting scratched, as you can see on that. Yeah, like when it comes to like the ab, got like some white specks on there. So that kind of sucks. Kind of also have one right there, kind of at the crotch area, but it's like you don't really see it when you're that far away, I don't think. It's like I didn't even notice it until I like had to like look at it like super closely. On the back it's fairly clean. And on the little pieces, yeah, it's like I'm missing some paint on mine. Like mine has like kind of like a lot of gunk on it. But just a little bit of a figure bath probably will just help a little bit. But it looks great. It looks great anyways. It looks awesome. I don't know if I would prefer. I think I would probably prefer, honestly, just this. Yeah, like just kind of like this cocky head with this. He's kind of like, what do you mean? It's kind of like, I'll do whatever I want. Yeah, like I'm a cool. Yeah, is he French? I forget if he's like French or something. I think he's like French. But I love Nightcrawler as a kid, and also especially if you get him like at the lighting that I can see him. Like right now, where you have the lights coming top down, like that shadow looks great. Yeah, kind of like on camera it doesn't look amazing, but when you get like the lighting it's intended to be in, it looks great. It looks amazing. Yeah, it looks pretty cool there. Pretty neat. I do want to get his tail somewhere kind of like that, or even like kind of just always just like that, especially if you do I guess like that, you can get that all in that side angle, but this works pretty well there. So that's pretty cool. Maybe we do. Well, I don't know. We'll just put it at his feet. We'll just make it a little bit out there, just so it sticks out. Of course, our main comparison is going to be with, well, for our first comparison, of course, it's going to be with the previous Nightcrawler. You're like, yeah, it's like kind of like detail-wise and look-wise, like this is way better. Even kind of like, it's even, yeah, it's kind of like the pins aren't even really like the problem with this figure. Like, yeah, like just having like the pinless points, it's just like a bonus. But it's really like on the gloves that they're actually sculpted in there, and kind of like a shinier kind of metal color, so it actually looks a little bit nicer than on the arms and the legs there. But the head sculpts are really nice, but I do like this. This is more kind of like what I think of like classic. Very, very classic. Yeah, kind of like Nightcrawler. And this one actually has the arrow pointed kind of actually more down. This actually has a more kind of like an S curve. And this is an S curve, but it's kind of like a different shape. It's a more like a like it's giving the illusion of a C curve, but it's kind of like that kind of curve, like a going around kind of curve compared to just a full-on S, essentially. But pretty cool, and we'll do, of course, what everyone's been doing. The good old head swapped. Older head, and man, that just looks great. It looks amazing. I gotta see my other one just to make sure, but man, might even have to do both open hands. Because I think I honestly prefer it. But yeah. Oh yeah, that looks amazing. That looks great. That looks awesome. So now I have a hard decision of choosing whether I want the new head or this head. But this head's like so... This is like all like that personality, honestly. It's like it's a lot more personality, a lot more kind of cocky, I feel. Kind of like a little bit scarier too. Yeah, it's kind of like this guy. Yeah, it's kind of like you don't mess with this guy, but you know he's cool. Yeah, like he's a chill dude, but it's like if you get him, yeah, like if you get him on like, let's say like a really bad day, he might like just snap at you. And he just looks like a demon. And he's just a demon, dude. So that's insane. So, yeah. He might just stay like this. Because essentially, yeah, like here, okay. Yeah, it's kind of like, in the right lighting conditions, this works perfectly, but just when it gives like that Nightcrawler kind of look to it, like this kind of just like completes it. Like it has like the right silhouette. Like the hair is great, and having like the little ears a little bit more closer to the body and with like the less wild hair. I get that, but this is the one. This is the one. Might even do if I'll just do this, have one of the new ones on the old body. I don't know. We'll see. I just don't like it on this old body. This old body might just go into retirement. But do I prefer the new head? Because this is definitely like what I think of when I think of like, I would say like classic. Yeah, kind of like Nightcrawler. Like this is like definitely like very crazy hair with that shadow and with the eyes. So that's really cool. Like it looks great here. It's like it looks amazing. I don't know if I prefer. This is a dilemma. Like this is like a big dilemma for me to choose which head to keep on this figure. I think for now we're just gonna keep this on because this is the stock head. this one. So old one will go on the old body for now, but we'll see. We'll have to see when it all looks together, because that's really the main thing. Oh. The next is we'll do. What am I doing? I'm doing things out of order. We'll do first figure that we looked at today. Jean, actually, check for time. 9:23, not a bad time. We got Jean here. The same wave that we just opened. Looks great. Next, 97 Cyclops. Looks great there too. Even if he's in in the shadows like that, that's pretty cool. He looks pretty cool there. And then 97 Wolverine. Look good there too. 97 Bishop. Look pretty great. Of course, it's I still gotta get a long-haired Bishop just to see, because I think I'll like it better than this. It's even though in real life it looks great and it looks great on the shelf, just kind of it just looks weird to not have the long hair. So at some point we'll get that, but still looks pretty good. Looks really nice. That going there. Then we shall do Rogue from the retro wave there. And they look pretty cool there. Pretty nice. Rogue needs to fix up. So, yeah, pretty cool. Pretty all right there. Look great. So and also a big thing is really just about these colors on these figures. I love the detailing and the colors on them, and that also goes for this retro carded Gambit, because I don't have the animated, because I don't really care that much for the head sculpt, and honestly the body just isn't really there yet for me. So I'm okay with this kind of design, but yeah, still looks pretty good here. Still looks pretty nice. Then we'll do another one who I would also kind of consider the younger kind of teen. Yeah, because these guys are kind of young in my eyes. You got Jubilee. Pretty good there. We still need to get a new Jubilee. Hopefully soon. I would love a new Jubilee. Something maybe even a fabric kind of jacket here, even though they probably won't do it, because having that wind gust, it's kind of cool instead of just a traffic cone. But at some point hopefully we'll get it. But yeah, but there she is. Looks great. Need that upgrade. And we'll do Storm. Pretty good there. I probably would prefer the modern kind of more head sculpt, the original release head sculpt with this one, just because this is an older head sculpt, but it still looks good and stylized is different. So just something different. Then we'll get good old Iceman retro carded with which also looks great. I don't know if Iceman shows up in the show. I don't even know. I don't think I've seen anything, but yeah, it looks pretty cool. Looks pretty great. Next, we'll do Scarlet Witch there, so pretty cool looking there. Really like these two together, honestly. It's when it comes to those dark reds with those bright color highlights, they really complement each other. And then we'll do think our final, yeah, well, yeah, we'll do a final. Yeah, this will be our last one, where we have it with his mother, Mystique. I believe she's his mother. So, but they look pretty cool. It's like, and this one, of course, is the Walgreens exclusive that I actually won in a giveaway. So, I think that was Hidden Level Toys. So, shout out to you, bro. You're really cool. But yeah, they look great together. They really complement each other, especially again like the whole like the blues and just like the whites and also like the red there. So it's all kind of like the same colors used, just differently. It look great. So, but need an upgrade on this too. Need the double joints for sure. Updated, please. Some point. Think well. We'll do a little bit of a Spider-Man, just because I just always think they're buddies. And of course, this is, like Spider-Man and his amazing friends Spider-Man, which is my kind of perfect Marvel Legends comics Spider-Man. Of course, there's the Mafex, but I think I still prefer this. This is kind of like more like purely classic and just perfectly executed, in my opinion. So, look great. Look cool. And so, I think that's it for Nightcrawler tonight. His section. So, I think we're gonna go off with a bang with the fourth figure we're gonna be looking at. But I think we're first gonna be looking at the last X-Men, the 97 figure we're gonna be seeing tonight. We'll check. It's only 9:30. I'm going pretty good on time. Kind of want to go quicker with this. We have the Marvel Studios X-Men, the 97. All the characters in the first wave. The nice art right there of her, and where it also says Goblin Queen, and even has like the blacked out like the thigh parts, which is not accurate to the show, and then that translates to the figure. She comes with a little X-Man baby, like some nice, like some magic effects and some fisted hands. But she also has her little cape back there too. And then you have your Marvel Legends series logo, X-Men logo, all the characters in the wave. Then a nice little image of her again with the X, and then Goblin Queen, and then all your barcodes, legalese, warnings, all that jazz. We're gonna get it open. Let's get this open. We're going speed mode now. Just because I don't want to too late. But we're going to make it happen. I cut it a little bit. I cut my packaging just a little bit, but something we won't really see that much. So it's the important part. Have our Hasbro paper there. Goes away. Here we got Goblin Queen card. A little bit, kind of juts out a little bit, but not bad. Goes over there. X-Acto knife there. And here is our Goblin Queen. Pretty nice there. Has the effects, the fist, and the baby. The baby. But she looks pretty good. It's kind of like how they have her, like she's kind of like in, kind of in like a dramatic pose, like this is all the stuff I have. Look at all the stuff I have. So, yeah, I'm gonna get this out of there. Baby. Come on. There we go. There we go. We got our plastic. Our plastic shelling. Oh, they even put protector between her hands and the cape. That's actually kind of nice that they did that. But here she is, our Goblin Queen. Honestly, this is just like a great little design here. This looks great. Because you have kind of, yeah, it's kind of, you still have like the red hair with this character. It's kind of like that orangey kind of cartoonish red with kind of, like where the hair is kind of blowing back there. So it's kind of a little bit more, a little bit more like dramatic, but looks great. It's like even like just from afar, it's like you don't really notice it that much. It just kind of like blends in like to the rest of the body. Is especially like with the giant cape at the back, it kind of hides all that extra hair, but it looks great. It looks amazing. Because then even with the cape has a little like a red inner part there, and actually kind of textured right there, but that's where you got your serial code right there. You have the red all around there. You have your black, and it's kind of like a, I don't know if it's supposed to be like kind of tattered or just it's just supposed to be like just kind of like a weird design there, but nice little detailing. But it goes all the way up here to the medallion kind of on her chest, and it actually plugs in under there. It's a separate piece right there, but it's a nice little red and yellow medallion. And then even on like the head sculpt, you have like like when it comes to like the skin tone, especially on the face, it's kind of like a pinkish, kind of purpley kind of skin. So it's kind of like, hey, it's like this lady is probably not really, trustworthy. So, it's kind of, it kind of gives, I would say, like kind of like a dead kind of skin tone. So kind of so I think of like mystical and like underdead stuff. But then you have the chest right there where you have like the whole, like the one part there with the window there. But then you have kind of like the corset. It's all black there, and then all black arms right there. And then with little end parts there on the hands. I don't think those are sculpted. They are not. Do believe they are not sculpted. I mean, like, they're printed pretty well. Like how they do their painting is actually a lot more cleaner than it was before. So they are done pretty well painted, even having like the little nails on the hands. That's actually kind of clean there. Well, that's kind of clean. That's not. It's a little off, I think, on mine, but when you get like the right angle, it's like you don't even really notice it. Well, I think you can tell with that hand. It's a little off. On that, it's actually not too bad, so that's nice. But then getting down, you get down to the legs where you have like this cover piece that has like the boot, but that's actually, I think, is actually supposed to be skin in the actual show, so I guess just based on like the references they got, it was just kind of different then. Then you have like this little line that goes through the legs there, and then just getting down the legs to the heels. They're just your basic heels. So yeah, all the details are great. It's like all like the all like the costuming. I do want to see real quick how that, and that is just okay. And then even on there, you even have a peg on the back, and you do actually get that little like that corset kind of detail on the back, so that's nice. But it's like you do have a peg there that connects to the back that keeps this on there a little bit more secure, but then that is still a separate piece to that. You can see kind of how it floats there on the body. play back the back. And we'll get that back there. And she just kind of just has like a natural stance. Like just out of packaging, just kind of like very dramatic. Kind of posing here. So that's kind of like her default state. Move my lights back a little bit. There we go. She's kind of blowing out the camera. She's so white. She's too white. There you go. Yeah, but she looks great there. Looks pretty cool. I might get you that lighting. There we go. Much better. Yeah, but then what she is included with, she has a little happy blonde X-Men blanket wearing a baby. And I guess kind of spoilers. Yeah, like when it comes to the X-Men, like the 97 series, even though I don't really... Yeah, but even though I actually don't really know the spoiler, I think it's Cable. I think that's the whole point, is that it's supposed to be Cable. But I haven't watched the show. I've just had a random person explain it to me, and I was like, okay, that sounds interesting. Yeah, but maybe I will watch it. But she can kind of hold the baby. That's pretty nice. There. I mean, like, but the baby's actually done pretty well. Like, the face printing is very good. It's a very cute baby. Of course, this is actually the same piece where it's, the baby Hulk figure. But they just gave it a different head sculpt. So, you got all the uses for it. And I do actually want to test, see how well she can stand. She can stand pretty well. Okay, that's not bad at all. But then she does come with 2 fisted hands that have that same kind of triangular design right there. So that's pretty cool. And then 2 kind of magic effects there. So pretty cool. There's a little swirl effects, nothing crazy. Little her fists. There. She is just kind of like just standing there. Give her, like, so one of her effects we'll just do 1. So we'll do she is using the effect. Doing like some evil magic. So that looks pretty cool. Looks pretty neat. Right there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's really sick. And we will do, because I just remembered that I forgot, we'll do articulation with this. Of course, with this head, you have just the ball there. On there, you don't have any hinge. So, and also it's like with the cape and with the hair down there, it's like you can look down still pretty far, but looking up isn't really the greatest. It's really like you're just looking forward, essentially. But do get some rotation there, and you do get a little bit of tilt. Not the greatest tilt there, but it's all right. Could be a little bit better, but it's fine. Then got our shoulders, go about that far. Go down essentially all the way. Can do rotation essentially all the way around. Just it's like it just has to move it out a little bit. But then you have your bicep swivel. There, your pinless, double jointed elbows on a female figure. That goes up all the way. That's amazing. Then hinge, and rotation. Then at the mid-torso, hinge forward. Oh, arms in the way. Hinge forward. Not that much. Back, like, pretty far. That's great. It's like, and that kind of gives her, it's like if you want her to look up, like, she has to get her whole chest into it, like everything. Like, she has to use her back, like, whoa, instead of just like, ugh. So, but yeah, like, yeah, but it doesn't, yeah, but it doesn't look bad. But then that again, but you also get tilt there, and then got upper torso articulation there. It feels a little stuck. There we go. Felt a little stuck there, but there we go. Right there, even have kind of like a full kind of like hula hoop there. And then at the legs, hinge forward. Not that far, hinge back. Not that far. Hinge out. Not bad. Then you do have a swivel there at the cut. Kind of a weird cut, honestly, but I guess if there is like a seam there, that kind of makes sense. But it is fairly clean, but I don't know if there's like a way like they could have done different, like even like have it like embedded like just up there, be like in the inner thigh instead of like right there. But I guess it's like that's supposed to be, it's like, well, that's supposed to be like the whole boot, so that's not like the start of the boot. So I'm not sure, but it's like it doesn't look bad though. It doesn't like break up the silhouette really well, especially if you don't articulate it, like if you don't do that. But that still doesn't look great, but just keep it like that. She's not going to do anything else. But then you got your double jointed pinless knee there, then hinge back, well, all that weight, then hinge forward at the foot, and then hinge back at the heel, and then you do get an ankle rocker. It's kind of more like a rotation, but it rocks. It's a rocker, especially if you go forward. So yeah. So now's the scary part, still getting her to stand back up. We'll probably have her though get her in a magic using pose. Have there. Yeah, in there. Here we go. There he is using some of her magic, her Goblin Queen magic. See if we can get her to stand up. Might take a little doing because with the cape kind of feels like it gives a little bit of resistance. Get her in a better pose there. Yeah. Where she's kind of like shooting her magic or moving her like go over there, magic. Go get those X-Men or whatever. Yeah. It's a lot of weight with that cape. attached there, but you can get her if you work on it a little bit more. But she looks pretty good there. Even do I got your baby or something. I don't know what her powers are, but pretty cool. Pretty nice looking figure there. Always, it's like there's always like little paint things on these figures, but you don't really see them to the naked eye. But it's just like just little flesh and dark parts where there shouldn't be. But still looks great. It's an amazing looking figure, great sculpt. I would say probably honestly one of Hasbro's best female figures, just when it comes to like design wise and just how accurate it is. And it's like, and also like with with accessories, having fist and these open hands and magic effects and a baby, just a random baby. I mean, it's kind of like some dark implications, like she stole that baby probably, and she was probably gonna kill it or something. I don't know, or it's her baby. I don't know. Yeah, pretty cool. Then we'll get to our comparisons. So where we have just looked at Nightcrawler right here, and they look pretty good together with the reds and the blacks, kind of colors kind of matching, even though this is much darker. Well, my queen. Then we got our second figure we looked at today. Well, our first figure, Jean Grey. Like where it's kind of like these two are a little bit kind of like the same type of just like the same type of characters. Like, all right, like it's a redhead girl with weird kind of magic like powers that do stuff. So kind of the same, kind of like the same type of dip, just a different flavor. It's just like an alternate flavor. So it's like good magic, bad magic, essentially. Redhead. And then we got good old Cyclops. Did nothing wrong. Didn't have like an affair or anything with this woman or anything. Definitely didn't happen. Or whatever happened. I still haven't watched the show. I just see all the spoilers and I'm like, damn, that looks good. I'll watch that another time. I'll watch that later. I'll watch it when it's done. I'm in no rush. Then we got the X-Men, the 97 Wolverine. Will look great there. And then our last 97 wave figure we'll be looking at today is the Bishop. As always, looks great. Then we'll do at least one more main X-Men character. We'll do Storm here, just like the contrast of like the black and white. Even though Storm really did have a black costume, but like the white better. The white looks great, especially with the hair. Yeah. Two cool other ladies. And this. Oh yeah, and then we'll do Scarlet Witch. I mean, weird, crazy magic, and cool capes, and awesome hair, and great sculpt, so. Yeah, and the corset. I mean, what can you do? Then get her with her members of the Hellfire Club. That's where we have Emma Frost here, where this is the Astonishing version, but just with the Walgreens head. But they're part of the same group there. And we'll keep them up here because we want to get as many Hellfire Club members that we can. We'll get this guy. I just remember that I don't remember his name. But he was in the Wolverine 5-pack, and he's cool. Of course, this is like his more, I would say, kind of like modern or alternate look. Because truly, he looks like this. Just need just like the different kind of like the look for him. So hopefully we'll get that at some point. But that's them all together. Look pretty good. Look all nicely dressed. Excuse me. Look great. Probably gonna go with back to this head just because it works better. With the yeah, like when it comes like to this design, a little bit more regal. If you feel a little bit more serious. But they look great. Then we'll do good old Magneto right here because he's cool. He's pretty neato. I know, a bad pun. Awful pun. I think we're good. I think that's it for comparisons with her. But yeah, cool looking figure. Nice little effects. Nice stuff going on there. But now, at 9:54. Woo. Been streaming for 1 hour and 46 minutes. About right on time. Then now, we have our Marvel Legends Toad here. So where this is to celebrate, at least when it comes to the box art, the 20th anniversary of Marvel Legends. And that was back in what? 2021? 2022? 2022. So 2 years ago was the 20th anniversary of this toy line. And so they gave us basically the old packaging where you have the big blue card here with the Marvel and the #1 series logo there with the Hasbro logo added there, and then your warnings. Then you have the old reversible backdrop right there where it used to actually come with a comic and come with a actual like a diorama piece usually, like when it started with Toy Biz. But then you have the Toad figure by himself with the backdrop with a little comic cover there to represent that. So that's pretty cool. But then you have all his accessories. Then you have the classic Marvel Legends, Marvel's Toad logo there. And this is 20 years. And then you have all your symbols. We got X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, Daredevil, Avengers, Fantastic Four, X-Men, Spider-Man, Captain America, Daredevil, Avengers. Same thing over there. And on the back, that same detailing there. And then that's, then the original logo there. So that looks really cool. And then you have 20 years. You have Marvel's Toad right there. Looks pretty cool. Nice little render. Looks kind of crazy. And then you see the different side of the backdrop there where it's like the diorama piece from back in the day. And then you have a little bio talking about the history of the Marvel Legends. Do we want to read that? We'll read it. For 20 years, the Marvel Legends series has brought the iconic characters and storylines of the Marvel Universe to fans worldwide. To celebrate the 2002 Toy Biz debut release, Marvel Legends proudly presents the 20th anniversary Series 1, featuring Captain America, Iron Man, Hulk, and Toad. And that's in 3 different languages there. Then you have your warning, kind of attention, it's kind of like, don't eat this, don't do it. You have your barcode, you have all your Marvel, Hasbro logos, all that good stuff. This looks great. We're gonna get it open. It's like, I kind of hate to open this. It's like, it's kind of like, it has like that old Marvel Legends feel. It's like, even like now, it's like, this is like, oh, it's like, it's kind of, it's like, I don't know how hard it is to get this, but it's there. And this is our last use of the X-Acto blade tonight. Oh, and also got this from Rocket as well. Awesome. Awesome figure. Looks great. Maybe even... trying to get it. To work with me. No, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I'll just get into it like how I want to. Ooh. That's the one part I don't really miss about the old packaging. Kind of like to get it open was kind of a hassle. It kind of is right now. Oof. There we go. We good to go? I don't think so. Here we go. Ooh, that took a little bit of extra work getting that in. But have our regular Hasbro paper. Goes away, doesn't matter. It's just something. Then we have our nice little thing there. Might keep that one. Just because I don't think I have the other ones. I don't know why I didn't keep those. Those are really cool. They're like really hard to find now. But I guess first we'll just go over the little extra where we have the double backdrop, so where we have the comic kind of cover. I think that he came with, I assume, but that's just like the Brotherhood of Evil. Oh yeah, but Toad's down there. He's a little freak. Then you got that guy, and then you got Magneto with the purple helmet, kind of weird. They got Quicksilver, and then then Scarlet Witch, and then all your regular X-Men in their original looks. So that's pretty cool. And then on the back you have like this kind of like this crazy forest, kind of swamp little thing there. So that looks cool. Crazy detail there. There's like little lizards and snakes that are all red, but yeah. They're really cool, and I guess that's supposed to represent like the original, like the diorama piece, where I assume you have like a swamp, just a little bit more basic, but kind of like in this style, I assume. But it looked great. Then here he is in his bubble, cool with all the accessories there and the actual figure, and has little frogs too, and has the logo there. I might just keep this too. I don't think I even kept the other ones. But then you got back here the stand, which came with each figure. So we're going to, oh yeah, and and all you have to do, you just have to move that. And that's right there, just for the taking. That's there. That out. Ugh. these. Out there. There are guys here. But yeah, there's our bubble. Whew. Here is our toad. There he is. There's this little freak of a man. Yeah, like a goblin of a man, if anything. But he's a toad. So yeah, but it's like, but he looks great though. Yeah, it's kind of like he works. He is definitely a toad. You definitely see it. It's kind of like this little demon frog boy. So, yeah, but you have his signature, kind of like his side combed hair. It's kind of like all kind of like crazy and matted. But you have like those crazy eyes there. Like, I don't know if he has like sharp teeth or his teeth are just like really like pronounced. But it's like yeah, I don't want to go near this guy. But nice little detailing there with kind of like a light, like a dry brush on the hair there, and then have that classic kind of like that collar. It kind of it always reminds me of kind of like a medieval, like a jester kind of setup, but it's like it's just in like these purples and yellows. So you have the purple on the collar, and then nice little fabric detail on the chest, and then you still got the old pins, but this was before they were doing pinless. So that's kind of new. So maybe we'll get a new toad at some point. So that'll be cool. Get a more of like a different look, I guess, than this. I don't know what you would do, but you got like the cups there that have like the kind of like the same like the puffiness design with the gloves that match, and then the belt there with the silver on the actual buckle. So that's pretty nice, brown all around. Then you have the little crotch piece. That's kind of like the outerwear there, and then nice little fabric texture that goes from here to the knees, give it a little bit of more detail. And those are pinless. So I guess that's when they were just starting to use their pinless, maybe then. And they're like, you know what, this is a little bit premium, and we gotta, and we want to get more detail on this body, so you know what, we'll do that. But I kind of wish then they would do that, but I guess if you don't want to match with fabric there, you don't want to match fabric there, you want to stay with muscle. But you know, what do I know? But then you have the little jester shoes there, where you have like the you got the top cuff there, then you have a little like a point at the end of the shoe there, but it's a nice little fabric shoe there, so pretty cool. Got this going there. We'll get our articulation done first, at least with this figure. So where he does have a ball and a disc in the neck, so he looks up about that far, looks down about that far. Get your head back up. It's kind of, it's like it is kind of tough. It's like that detent going back. It's really heavy. A little scary, but then again, let's do up. But then has a full rotation there and has a little bit of tilt there, but then shoulders hinge up that far. Have a and you do have like a butterfly joint that's a little hidden right there, but it goes back about that far, goes forward about that far. Pretty nice. It's a nice range. Then you do rotate all around like you can. It's just a little bit of work to get the arm out of the way. So you kind of have to hinge it out and then rotate. But then you have a bicep swivel, double jointed elbow there. Good range, even though not pinless, but that's not the hugest deal, even though I do love my pinless. Then you have a in and out hinge with all the hands with these two fists. Then you have a for rotation on each hand as well. And then at the torso you have diaphragm and also a ab crunch. So at the diaphragm, get kind of like a full rotation there. Hinge just by itself, it crunches back that far just on the ball and then hinges forward. Like that, and then still get a tilt there, and then you have that ab crunch there at the bottom. So with all that together, you get that far forward, that far back. That's crazy. And you still got like, and you still have like those details so going down at the stomach, so it doesn't like just stop like at that line there. But then you got your leg going up about that far, like going back there. You do have a drop down joint, so that's pretty good there. It does have like a big kind of gap there, but that just gives you more range there to go out here, even though he still doesn't do the splits, which is kind of crazy. Because then that means that that's, well, that's kind of still a split. That's not bad. But I guess if you want to get, yeah, it's like if you want to go up there, it's like that's what that's for. But then you have your upper thigh cut, your double jointed pinless knee, and then there is no boot swivel there, but you have a hinge at the foot back, a hinge at the foot forward. And then you have a ankle rocker pivot. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty neat. And then with accessories, we got two open palm hands, which are essentially just Spider-Man wall crawling hands, just based on just the exact look at them. Like, it's exactly them because they have a very specific kind of like thumb shape that I can always tell. So that's nice to have. Then you have two little, oh, well, at least we have one. Where'd you go? You're not that far. We have two little frogs. You have a green frog and a kind of like a brown frog. It might be like technically like it's like, okay, well, this one's a frog, this one's a toad, you know, because a toad. But they're essentially just the same frog sculpt, just painted differently. But they look pretty good, and they, you know, they look like frogs. Too bad I don't got a Kermit to look at them, but I guess one day we'll get Muppets. But then we have the alternate head, which is kind of, it's still like that same kind of style, but you have that crazy wide-eyed look with the mouth open, and you have this giant tongue coming out. It is like nasty looking. It is crazy. Like you have like the whole, like the line that's on your tongue there, it's all kind of wet looking. It's like it's kind of awful, but it works because that's what he does. We'll switch out the hands too. go. There we go. Get him. Look at that. That is definitely a Toad type. Like that, yeah, like, yeah, that looks like perfect for him. That is so weird. But it just works. He's just the weird, long tongue guy whose name is Toad. This guy is Toad. This is Toad. What a name. What a power. You just have a long tongue. It's like, and you're, yeah, like, and you're essentially a frog guy. You're a teenage frog guy. That is so weird. But do you know what actually is like what he reminds me of? As yeah, especially like this head. This reminds me of like Chucky. Like this is like Chucky the doll. Yeah, it's like, and it's kind of actually like a realistic. Like it kind of actually looks a little bit like like it kind of looks like Charles Lee. Yeah, like in the movies. Like that's crazy. It's like that's essentially just like a realistic Chucky right there. That's insane. But I honestly, I think I might prefer this, like with the tongue. I think this is what he's going to be looking like for now on, because it just works. It's like, okay, it's like you get it more, you get it. It's like with kind of like when it comes like to yeah, like when it comes like to this head sculpt, he's just yeah, like he's just like a weird guy. It's kind of like he looks more like a goblin, but when it comes to like this, is like he still looks a little bit like normal. Yeah, it's kind of. I feel like I feel like the head shape kind of works a little bit more in this one's favor. Yeah, just because of like the crazy tongue and with the wide mouth with the teeth. But I probably would have just preferred to be like a closed mouth just to see. It's like because this one feels like it's a little bit more alive. This one's a little bit more kind of like ooh. It's like yeah, this is not a human. It's like yeah, wow. It's like okay, it's like this is a guy who just has a long tongue and so weird. But it's really cool. And then, of course, it comes with a little stand. Here you have the yeah, you have the classic yeah, like yeah, the Marvel Legends logo. There, you have the little 2 feet pegs and also a little slot right there for your backdrop. So you can either one. I usually prefer to do the comic just because I just love that old comic stuff. It's a lot of it is Jack Kirby, and Jack Kirby makes great art. There we go. Yeah, but that looks great. And even if you do get them just in front, I mean that just looks awesome. That looks amazing. That looks really, really cool. Yeah. Yeah, that's really cool. That's great. Yeah, it's kind of, that might just have to be like a picture like on itself. It's like, because this looks amazing. Like having like that classic comic cover, it's like he kind of like just fits in right there. That looks so great with all like the colors. Then we'll even do the other kind of backdrop there. It's where you have your kind of realistic kind of setup there, and that's not bad either. it works. This is probably, yeah, honestly, this kind of works more yeah, honestly, like just for the frogs more than anything. Like they're like, all right, we're frogs, we're hanging out in the forest, but you could have, Toad kind of like looking around. He's like, oh, yeah, he's kind of like, oh, yeah, what's going on? It's like, I'm trying to catch me a fish or something, or a lizard. I don't care what it is, or just a fly, I don't care. I'm Toad. But yeah, probably gonna keep him. Probably in this pose. I think he'll be staying like this. But yeah. Are gonna switch this just because I think I want Toad to actually have his backdrop. Because that just looks great. That looks so good on camera. Even give him his little frogs, just to add a little bit. But that looks great. That doesn't stand. That's fine. It's not even like on the peg, so I'm not even trying that hard. Toad, come on. Go with the program. There we go. Looks great. Looks awesome. But then we're going to get to our comparison. So with the figures of the same wave, we're going to do Hulk with Toad there. Then we got the Captain America from the same wave. They look great. Still need to get a new shield because this is a little still kind of weird with the holes, but that's fine. Yeah, it doesn't bother me that much. It bothers me, but not that much. And then we got the Iron Man from this wave, which is my main Avengers, and all those are my main Avengers ones. I mean, they're so great. They're awesome. They look really, really cool. We'll even do, just for other heroes' sake, we'll do our amazing friends Spider-Man. Pretty good there, and kind of like the same kind of body type. It's like you have like that same kind of basic articulation setup, just a little bit different. But yeah, pretty cool. Does this one even have drop-down hips? I don't even think so. Nope, not this one. No, yeah, no drop-down hips, which is kind of weird. Then we'll do them with some of our X-Men villains. We got Magneto right here. Do them because it's the evil mutants, the Brotherhood of the evil mutants. Right there. Get that. Right there. Then we'll get Scarlet Witch. Right there. We can do even a little bit. We can have some fun. We can get Magneto in the front. Then we got Scarlet Witch on his, which side would that be? Well, on this, it's that. So it's on his right side. Well, technically it would be on his left side is the technically correct, but on camera it looks like that. Ugh. Just stay there. Just stay. We got a little Toad right here. Then we got, where did he go? Oh, he's like all the way over there. Oh. Got this guy. I guess if you want to, I guess keep him in this costume. yeah, like in that form you can. But even on the comic cover, it says more classic look, but where he has like the kind of like the different collar on there, and it's actually green there, but I think it's supposed to be brown. But you know, it looks cool. And then I don't have, yeah, that I don't, yeah, but then I don't have Quicksilver. But I'm gonna do a couple more villains. Like I got Pyro right here because they seem about like the same kind of level of like of like villains. Like they're just guys, but they just got weird little costumes. And it's like, but they're just kind of weird dudes who got like weird attitudes. We'll get Pyro in there. Come on. There we go. Pyro stays there. And then we'll do him and Juggernaut. I know. It's like, I don't think he's even really a part of it most of the time, but yeah, but he's massive. This is a massive figure. And this is like the box set version. This isn't even like the Build-A-Figure, but this is big. This is huge. Well, it looks great. Awesome. And then just all of the other villains. We got Mystique. Might as well just get them all out. We'll get them all out. We'll do it all. Then we got, I think, our second to last villain, where we got Emma Frost there. Get Toad next to her. She probably just wants to be like, ugh. It's kind of, can I just freeze you to death? Everything about to take a tumble. Don't take a tumble. Stick there, and then with our last villain, at least to end off the villains, we got our Goblin Queen right there. And I guess just to get to other figures of the comparison, we have Goblin Queen right there. So here's all of our main, really, X-Men villains in my eyes. Besides like, you know, like your Sabretooths and all that, but she looks, it's like, but this whole crew looks great. This is a great crew. I don't know who else I would add to it. I guess mainly, yeah, like Omega Red would be like my other one, but I think these guys as a unit, this is like classic, like X-Men, what I think of, like very classic. Besides Sabretooth, I don't have the new one, and I don't want to take out that one, wherever it is. It's like over there. It's like behind Colossus, but yeah. But yeah, these all look great. But we're gonna get, we'll do a few more comparisons, and then, well, we'll do a lot more comparisons. We're just gonna keep going. But then we'll do the other figures that we've compared with. So where we got Jean right there. Get her up close. Then with Nightcrawler, kind of like the same kind of skinnier body type of their crew. You're looking at the camera. I can't even tell if you're looking at the camera. Then what we're gonna do next? Then we'll do Cyclops. That just fell. That's okay. Great. There. And look it up. Then we'll do my 97 Bishop, just to get him in there. It's great. There. Then we'll do Wolverine, just kind of as also like they're smaller, kind of a more leaner bit, kind of member there. They do all look pretty good there. Do we want to add? Do we want to do one more? We could do one more. Probably. I got room. We want to get one more team member, at least one or two more. At least want to try. Yeah, we can do two more. Probably. Who would work with Toad? Who would work with Toad? Those. Not that. Not you. I guess like. Well, we'll do. Of course, obvious one I think is Storm. I mean, they have the whole movie encounter. It's like, you know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? Same thing that happens to everything else. What a coincidence. It's almost like I have magic or something. But yeah, but they look great. All this falls. It always falls. It never stays, which kind of sucks. Because that's some of our figures down there, and they're really good. Like you. And you. Wolverine and Jean Grey were the ones who took the tumble for the team. Jean, I wish you didn't, because you're new. I don't want you to go breaking my heart. But yeah. Yeah, just a lot of stuff. One more we'll just do with Toad. Good old Iceman. I like me my Iceman. Iceman's cool. But we're going to get this all cleaned up here. All of our characters back in position. Go there, you go there. Get Bobby there. Come on, Toad. A little bit more room, but you're okay. Yeah, there's our guy. And our Jean. Our Logan. Whoa. There we go. Then we'll get Scarlet Witch. Try to keep her standing. Because even though she does have flat feet, it's kind of like the cape kind of gets in the way. And since she is an older figure, get Storm in here too. And we'll get Bishop. Don't fall. Oh, Bishop. You couldn't even make it. Storm is causing a storm. Storm is causing all the problems right now. Yeah. to look at the camera, please. I don't know why you don't want to stand. You do kind of have gummy legs. So it might be time for upgrade soon. It's like she can only really like stand like that. Can she? But yeah. Here they all are. All of our X-Men, all of our guys and gals, all of our dudes and dudettes. So, yeah, what time is it? 10:34. We've been going for 2 hours, 26 minutes. Wow, that's a long time. Well, hope y'all have enjoyed. I've had a lot of fun. Of course, in today's stream we looked at the Goblin Queen from the 97 wave. We looked at Toad from the 20th anniversary wave. We looked at Nightcrawler from the from the X-Men the 97 wave. And we looked at Jean from the X-Men 97 wave of Marvel Legends. So thank y'all again to everyone who's been joining, sharing these, commenting, liking, just being cool. So yeah, but these are all great figures. It's nice to add more to this X-Men collection, even though I claim to not be a huge X-Men fan. I do have a Mind Soul collection. I mean, I have a whole shelf to X-Men. I just like them. They're cool. So yeah, but be sure to check out in the future on the Instagram for videos and for pictures of any of these, probably sooner rather than later, hopefully, especially like this Jean and this Nightcrawler. And probably the Toad. Goblin Queen, maybe not. I'm just not too familiar with her, but pretty good. But all great figures. A lot of fun. So thank you all for joining me. So have a good night. Thank you, and goodbye.